I want y'all to meet Amanda. And well, Amanda's got some things she just wants to get off her chest. Go ahead, Amanda. The floor is all yours.
Y'all sitting here complaining about not getting your food stamps. Well, you shouldn't.
And why is that, Amanda? Why shouldn't they be complaining about not getting their food stamps?
We, the taxpayers, should be getting food assistance. We're the ones that work our butts off for that money that you sit on your ass and don't do a damn thing for.
I fully agree. We should all be getting food stamps. You see, people on food stamps, EBT, or anything on that manner, they also work. They pay taxes too. Y'all got this common misconception that they don't work, when in reality, they do. A majority of them work full-time hours. They just get shit pay. A lot of people get food stamps because cost of living is higher, but the wages that you're getting paid at your jobs don't cut it. They're not just sitting on their ass, as you put it. Yes, there are some people that do scam the system, but that's a small amount of people as opposed to the grander scale of people that truly need it.
I've worked my whole life for what I have. I paid for everything. Me and my husband paid for everything we have. Everything. And it's not fabulous. My house isn't fabulous, you can see. Needs a lot of work, but it's mine. And it's paid for.
Congratulations. I mean, kudos to you and your husband and owning your own house. The fact that you guys are able to do it without assistance, even better for you, but I'm really not understanding the negativity coming out right now.
I'm not out here begging nobody for help. I don't get food stamp assistance. I work 65, 70 hours a week.
And you don't see anything wrong with that? The fact that you have to work 65 to 70 hours a week just to make ends meet, not so you can live a lavish lifestyle, because with the amount of hours you're putting in, you should be like living in a better life. I'm not knocking where you're living. I'm just saying, how do you not see that as a problem?
Get off your lazy asses. Stop wanting people to give you free handouts. We, the taxpayers, don't owe you nor your kids a fucking thing.
Again, you guys are under this misconception that people on SNAP or EBT don't work, when in reality they do. There's a small percent that don't, and there's reasons for that. But there's a small percent that legitimately don't work simply because, yes, they are being lazy. But a majority of people on SNAP and EBT work, and work full-time hours. They just don't make enough to afford a livable life. And they're not asking you, they're asking the federal government that's designed to help them, because that is their job. Did you know that only 1.5% of the budget from the federal government is contributed to assistance programs like that? Meaning next to nothing comes out of your paycheck. What comes out of your check, you don't even recognize it. How are you mad at people on assistance programs, but you're not mad at the federal government for using your money to fund wars, for the president to go play golf, for him to build a fucking ballroom that no one ever asked for?
I never got food stamps. I never got government assistance. Never got government housing. Never got a fucking thing. But, I have white privilege.
That makes a lot more sense now. It's a race then. You somehow think that it's just black people that are on assistance program. Do you know what the breakdown is race-wise when it comes to SNAP or EBT? Like, do you know? I looked it up, but you can, by all means, fact check me. There's 35.4% white people on SNAP or assistance program. There's 25.7% black, 15.6% Hispanic, 3.9% Asian, and 1.3% Native American. Now, if we look at that, white people are more on the SNAP or assistance programs than any other race. But you probably don't care about that because it wouldn't play up to the narrative that you're trying to push.
I've been working since I was 12 years old. Been addicted to drugs. Came out of it. Bought a place. Me and my husband both were addicted to drugs, matter of fact. So there's no excuse for why you're on EBT.
Instead of being proud of yourself for the things you've accomplished and gone through, you're on here bitching and complaining about the things that other people have to deal with. It is not for you to judge people on why they chose to be on SNAP. That has nothing to do with you.
Kids are precious. But it's your responsibility to take care of them. It's not mine. I work my 60 hours a week. I pay my bills. I pay cash for my groceries. What little we do get. You don't hear me bitching?
Yes, we do. That was literally the point of this whole video. It's just you on here throwing a bitch fit at the fact that people aren't happy that they're losing their SNAP benefits. Throwing a whole bitch fit because you have to work to get yours. Kids are precious, but in the same breath, oh, it's not for me to take care of other people's kids. Like, you're just bitching the whole entire video.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed every day. God gives me the strength to get up and keep going.
I don't think it's God that was giving you the strength, because there's no way you could sit there and tout God's name, but then turn around and become such a hateful person. That is on par for you hypocrites. You praise God just so you could turn around and do some of the most heinous and evil things. You praise Him and then say some of the most outlandish things.
The only people that should be getting EBT are vets, the elderly, and children under 5.
So kids over 5 can just get fucked? Remember, y'all are always touting, protect the kids, but once they turn 5, according to you, fuck them. We don't care. What about the disabled or the mentally handicapped? Like, there are so many people. What about farmers? Because cut and snap hurts them. What about the mom and pop shops? Cut and snap hurts them. Like, there are so many other avenues that get hurt by cut and snap, but you don't care. You don't care because you're just a bitter bitch. That is literally it. You are just beyond bitter.
You want your EBT back? Stop voting for these people you're voting for. The people you keep putting in the White House are the ones that are doing this.
I couldn't agree more. For once, we're actually on the same page, because a lot of recipients of the SNAP program are in red states. It's, again, you can fact check me on this, but y'all are in the red states. You guys have been voting against your own interests. So I hope to God you guys actually start learning from once and start listening. Stop voting for these people that make this happen to you.
You know, this thing is becoming like a trend lately, because I came to realize that majority of these palm-colored people right now, they are coming online to start mocking black people, because they knew that it's the black people who are the main food stamp users in the United States. It started with the toast lady, then there was also another palm-colored woman. I think I did her video. Then I watched another palm-colored man. I'm gonna insert his clip here. He was just saying that he doesn't care whether people are going to lose the benefits or not, and even saying that people should go out there and start working. And again, now this palm-colored all-white woman, she was saying that if she's working 30 hours, 40 hours a week, why is it that people are not going out there to work? Why is it that people are still complaining about the government cutting the food stamps? You see how diabolical some of these people are, not knowing that even their very own community are depending on these food stamps. And I've seen several videos of them crying out that they don't know how they are going to survive the next month and even the month of December in case these food stamps are going to be cut. So guys, I want us to watch these clips together. Let me know what you think in the comment section about these people. Kindly give the video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you are coming across Afrojudy's channel for the very first time.
Let's do this again.
Y'all sitting here complaining about not getting your food stamps. Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. We, the taxpayers, should be getting food assistance. We're the ones that work our butts off for that money that you sit on your ass and don't do a damn thing for. Nothing. I've worked my whole life for what I have. I paid for everything. Me and my husband paid for everything we have. Everything.
I've been tagged about 100 times in this video, so I'm going to go ahead and teach this Sanders sister that she doesn't get to come on TikTok and suck the souls out of every child in America. She's on here telling people that she's worked 60 to 70 hours a week for most of her life, and that she owns her house and her cars. She makes it sound like she's living the American dream, when really she's living the American nightmare. If there was ever a good candidate for food stamps and government assistance, it's her. She lives in a decrepit old rundown trailer built in 1971. She probably has 2 old rust buckets with wheels in the driveway that her and her husband paid off, but yet she's bragging because she has vehicles. Well, let me tell you something, lady. You're not living the American dream. You're living the American fucking nightmare. If you can work most of your life 60 to 70 hours a week and this is the shit you end up with, girl, you haven't accomplished a damn thing. You are the poster child for the reason why people need food stamps to get a hand up in this country. Because if you worked all those years for all those hours and this is what you ended up with, that's not a job, that's a trap. The only message you're putting out here is that people can bust their asses working so hard in America for their whole entire lives and still fucking end up living in squalor in a goddamn tuna can roach motel.
I live in a 1971 trailer, but it's paid for.
So the next time you feel like putting your 2 cents in and judging people who are on food stamps, keep them to yourself, honey, because it looks like you need them more than they do. You brag about how none of your family are on food stamps. Are they living the life of luxury that you are? working 60 to 70 hours a week and still poor as dirt, and yet you found time to come on TikTok and talk shit about people who you think are poorer than you. By the way, I can hear that kitten in the background. If you can find him in all that squalor, please give it some food. While you're at it, ask yourself with your lifestyle, if this is the American dream that you voted for, is that making America great again? If I was working 60 to 70 hours a week and that was the best I could do, I sure as fuck wouldn't be on TikTok bragging about being better than anybody else.
I'm not sure how to feel anymore about everything that's going on. So everyone's in an uproar because they're talking about taking away the SNAP benefits. Now, I voted for Trump, but I gotta say, man, I don't feel warm and cozy about this one. I don't agree with taking people's food, their resources to survive. There's elderly, there's children. I understand there's people on the system that abuse it, misuse it, buy processed foods, however you want to put that. But what it boils down to is just like a kid in a grocery store that's acting out, screaming, acting a fool. You can't blame that child. You got to blame who's in charge, the parents. Now, the government's in charge of all of this stuff that's going on. Senate, Congress, whoever, the president, they're in charge of, deciding who gets assistance, food, so to speak. They created a monster. Now they got to try to find a way to fix it. But I don't feel good about threatening if you're going to do it or not going to do it, because I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But you can't threaten people right before the holidays to take away all they have, which is food to feed themselves and their parents or whatever, and the children, right before Thanksgiving and Christmas. But it's ill-timed. It's not cool. I don't agree with it. I voted for Trump, but I don't agree with taking people's food. I pay taxes every day, and I'd much rather, even I know there's people that misuse it, I'd much rather take my money and feed my neighbors and the people that are not doing well and have no money or poor or whatever. I'd rather feed them than send all my fucking money to Argentina or Ukraine. Whoever's in charge of where our tax dollars go, they should all be fucking fired. They should have been fired at the beginning of the year when they found out how much corruption and misspending had been going on, the trillions of dollars pissed away. Find somebody that knows how to figure out the taxes to make sure they're spent properly, not overseas. Enough of the bullshit. But don't take people's food away. A lot of people, that's all they have left to cling to is their food that they put in their stomachs every day. And if you take away the food, can you imagine what would happen? Tens of millions of people storming grocery stores, kicking doors in to feed their children, because desperate times calls for desperate measures. And if you have nothing to eat, people already got nothing to live for. People are so depressed, anxious, stressed. I don't want to know what's going to happen. But like I said, you created this monster. Now it's up to you to fix it. We created it. Fix the broken system.
Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you've heard whatever that palm colored man has said. Majority of the palm colored people right now are regretting their votes. They're saying this is not what they voted for, because they expected America to be great again. They expected cheap groceries. They expected the economy to be way more affordable, especially to them, being that they voted for this man. And again, whatever the government of the United States is doing to its own citizens is so uncouth, especially to those who voted for him, to those who had a high trust in him that if we vote for him, he's going to protect us. We are going to enjoy the system. And now people are suffering. Tell me, when it comes to SNAP cuts, are they going to be favored that they voted for him, so they are going to receive their SNAP come the month of November? No one is going to be favored, whether you voted for him or not. And these are the people who costed the lives of other citizens in the United States right now. And plus, this kind of palm-colored people coming out online and start mocking the black people that, this is the best time that we should be going out to start working. For quite a long period of time, these people have always considered black people as lazy, as a threat to the society, not knowing that black people are the most hardworking people on this planet. Because tell me, all the suffering that the black people have endured, you will still be sitting at home waiting for food to be brought to you on the table. No one is going to do that, and no one has been doing that. Black people have always been trying their best. If it's good corporations, black people have them out there. If it's good businesses, they have them there. If it's education, black people have them there. They are degree holders, they are PhD holders. Tell me, which kind of black people you talking about that they are lazy, that they don't want to work, and they're working so hard to feed their families, to make sure that they have good health in the United States? And again, I came across these videos of the palm colored people saying that their very own community are the main food stamp users in the United States, and that they should stop talking about this nonsense online. And when I saw other palm colored people coming online to roast this kind of people, I was so happy, because this trend is becoming so boring lately. Because in a country where racism is so rampant, then you come online and start talking about this kind of stuff, that the food stamp users should go out there and start working. It's like you are mocking poverty in your very own country. Then at the end of the day, you'll be telling people to stop calling you racist. You'll be telling people to stop calling you a bad person, when you're just coming online to brag. Why don't you use the money that you have, that you are bragging with online, to help the food stamp users who are going to miss out their food stamp come the month of November? Because you know very well that the holiday seasons are here, the season that people are supposed to be celebrating with their families, to be putting food on the table, enjoying the Thanksgiving dinner together, the Christmas holiday together. And yet, this time round, I think it's gonna be the other way around. And that's why you are seeing all this mass economic blackout that is coming soon. So this kind of people, especially this woman who was just bragging here that she has good work, she's working so hard entirely her whole life, she has been working, and that's why she's saying that people should go out there and work. People are working, even the food stamp users, they are working. Let me exclude the children, the disabled veterans, and also the seniors who can't get out there to work. The single mothers are working. They are literally working so hard to feed their kids. Because tell me, which kind of mother would like seeing her kids suffering, starving, and she's just there sitting, waiting, maybe for somebody to bring food to her, or the government to provide aid to her? Yes, the government might do that, or other people might provide her with some donation, but at the end of the day, you'll find this woman struggling so hard. She will be going so hard to provide for her kid. So these people can't tell me that the SNAP users are not working. They are literally working in the United States. And again, it's going to affect the healthcare system in the United States, because if in case they slash the Medicare, what about the Medicaid and the people who depended on all this, and they can't afford the healthcare system in the United States? How are they going to suffer? I've seen people carrying out campaigns online about food donation, because they want to donate to the SNAP benefit users who are going to miss their food stamp come the month of November. And they are being done online. All the races are doing this online. Like, I think this is the thing that can unite Americans right now, because if people knows very well that the struggles are meant for all the races in the world, not only one group of people who have been considered to be so poor, to be so lazy, and now it has hit home. Even those who have been calling black people lazy, they are feeling it right now. And I'm so happy when I saw them doing these campaigns of food donation online, especially they wanted to buy some food stuff from Aldi to donate to these people. It's a good idea. And plus, the black people I saw getting their vegetables fresh from the garden and distributing it on the streets to people for free. You know, that is what humanity is. Not coming online and start mocking people. You never know what tomorrow holds for you. You know, maybe tomorrow you might be in need of help from people, and they will come online and tell you the exact thing that you once told other people who are in need of something. So anyway guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, peace and love.